Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. Here's your news report, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update for Friday, February the 19th. There is a lot of stimulus news to share with you in today's video. I will be discussing the status of the third stimulus check, how much your family is likely to receive from this third stimulus package, and what Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said about a big stimulus package. Make sure to watch until the end of this video to learn about the possible future stimulus items that may be passed after the third stimulus package. In a video that will be posted later this evening, I'll be announcing the winner of the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. You can still enter the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. Okay, so Americans could be receiving their third stimulus check in just a few weeks. To find out if you're eligible for the next round of stimulus checks, you need to figure out what your adjusted gross income is. The IRS is going to use your most recent tax return to find out about your adjusted gross income and determine if you are eligible for the third stimulus check.
We're hoping to see progress over the next couple of weeks in enacting that package into law. President Biden has had discussions with members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, would ideally like to see a bipartisan support for a package that we think is really what we need to deal with the pandemic and to get beyond it, get our economy back on its feet, and help all the people who've been so badly harmed by the pandemic and the economic havoc it's caused.
I just begin, you got this behemoth stimulus package. You negotiated. So I always thought the first one that we all did last March and April was the best of the lot. Just give us a quick sense of your thinking on this current stimulus.
Well, Larry, first let me say it's great to be here with you on your show, and congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
One of the things I'm most proud of is that we passed 4 different bills with huge bipartisan support. Two of the bills were 96-0 and 100-0, as you know. And it's a good thing we did that, because I think if we had not, we would have had a great depression, not a great recession, and an absolute double-digit big unemployment number. So clearly it was a time when Democrats and Republicans came together. I worked very closely with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Mitch and Kevin on those, and they worked. The last one we just did was a little over $900 billion. Again, it was led by a group of senators on both sides and members of the House, and I think it's worked. My preference would be that the president continues to do something on a bipartisan basis as opposed to using reconciliation.
Does it trouble you just on these numbers, and of course you're right, it would be much better to have a more unified message, bipartisan message, as you worked it, but about $1 trillion of the prior relief packages hadn't even been spent yet, and so now we're jumping into $2 trillion, which is going to be a one-shot for the year. I just, I don't get that. I think, does the public have trouble taking that in and realizing that? Does it look sloppy, or does nobody care anymore?
Well, Larry, as you know, this isn't the same as other financial recessions that were economically driven. This was driven by a health issue where we had to shut down the government. And as you said, the good news is, as a result of Project Warp Speed and having vaccines out, there is an end in sight. So I think traditional economic models don't really work here, and that's why we've done this in stages. So I felt all along we need to spend what we need to spend. But on the other hand, at some point, all this government debt does become problematic. So my preference would be to see a 5th bill and then a 6th bill if needed.
Are you concerned at all that it's too much, that it could create overheating, that it could create rising inflation, of which there are some signs right now, and ultimately rising interest rates? In fact, as you know, long rates have been creeping up. Are you concerned about that?
Well, I think it's definitely a risk. And I have a lot of confidence in Chair Powell and what the Federal Reserve has done. I think, as you know,
Currently, the House of Representatives is creating a stimulus relief plan that would phase out the $1,400 stimulus checks for individuals with adjusted gross incomes of over $75,000 a year. The plan would also phase out for heads of household with adjusted gross incomes over $112,500 and married couples filing jointly with adjusted gross incomes over $150,000 a year. Right now, the income thresholds for the next round of stimulus checks is the same as the first 2 rounds of stimulus checks. House Democratic lawmakers have tried to restrict eligibility for the full $1,400 stimulus checks. However, most Democrats disagreed with the idea. Many Republicans urged Democrats to lower the income thresholds for the 3rd stimulus checks. The GOP party has insisted that the next round of stimulus payments only go to Americans that need it the most. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the poorest households in the United States used the past 2 stimulus checks on essentials such as rent and groceries. They added that the families making more money use a portion of the cash for saving and investing or to pay down debt. Now, with the 3rd round of stimulus checks, families who meet the income thresholds will receive $1,400 stimulus checks for each member of their family. That includes all dependents. With the 1st and 2nd stimulus package, households only receive stimulus money for dependents under the age of 17. With the 1st package, families received only $500 per child. Then with the 2nd package, that amount increased to $600. According to the House Relief Plan, the new stimulus checks will give $7,000 to a family of 5 that includes 2 parents and 3 children. With the 2nd stimulus package, they would have only received $3,000. Alrighty, so there could be another stimulus package after the 3rd stimulus package. According to the Washington Post, discussions have already begun regarding a $3 trillion stimulus bill. I think a 4th stimulus package should be passed as well. So this past Thursday, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about a 4th stimulus package. Jen Psaki had said there are ongoing discussions about possible future agenda items. So a $3 trillion stimulus relief package could be passed after President Joe Biden's $1 trillion relief package is passed. The Washington Post reported that 3 people familiar with the matter said that the $3 trillion figure was being kicked around for the 2nd bill. However, other lawmakers are concerned about the national debt. So what are your thoughts, everyone? Should a 4th stimulus package be passed? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. This morning, stocks rose after Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen pushed for a big stimulus relief package. She told reporters that tax hikes would be needed to pay for at least part of a big infrastructure, climate and education investment package that Biden plans to introduce later this year. She also stated details were being worked about the infrastructure and clean energy package. The greater risk is of scarring and people having this pandemic take a permanent, lifelong toll on their lives and livelihoods if no further aid is provided. Certainly, part of the package, the parts that are permanent, will be paid for in order to not raise long-term deficits, but we're still working on the details of this package. This is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful this afternoon. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below for more stimulus check updates. And don't forget to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway, which is scheduled for later on this evening. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. Thank you, and have a blessed day.